Okay, welcome back, guys. So we're going to carry on from where we left off. So we're going to break in symmetry on this. First of all, let me change this to remove topological. Now change the train dynamic to dem standard. Okay, so we're going to be breaking the symmetry on this model. So let's see where we can start from. There are a few places we can break symmetry in here. Let me do okay, that's fine. So we have the nose, the eye, the lips, some parts of the cheekbone. So we're going to start implementing them as we see them. So let me just flesh out. Let me undo that. Let me use a lower intensity for this. So I want to kind of add more flesh to the cheeks. So let me just flesh this out. And I'll smooth that back down. Let's see what we have. That feels too intense. I'll need to go down even more. I need to flesh downwards even more. But let me just do something around here like so. All the way down in here also. Then I'll take down the smooth the smooth intensity. And I'll just smooth that back down. Just smooth that back into the skin. Let's see. Okay. I still need to make some adjustments on this. So let me flesh this out even more. Like so. So I'm still on symmetry though. I'm still on symmetry though. I just want to fill this up and then I'll turn off symmetry mode and then start breaking up the symmetrical likeness of the face. Let me smooth this down. Okay, that seems fine. We'll keep blocking things out later on. So I think I'm going to bring back all the full body model and then let's see. I want to create a new layer for this. So I'm going to go to the highest subdivision level. Let me flesh things out even more. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So I'm going to the highest subdivision level now. I'm going to the highest subdivision level by just hitting D on the keyboard because I want to create a new layer. And then I'm going to store every breaking. I'm going to store everything I'm going to be doing on that layer. So let me just create a new layer. Then I will name this. Okay, what can I name this to? Okay, asymmetry. No, spelling for this is wrong. Let me respell that. Let me delete one E and add another M. Okay, that's fine. Asymmetry. So I think right about now I'm going to be, let me just isolate just the head only. I'm going to be isolating just the head. Then invert that selection. Okay. It's a bit slower because I'm on the highest subdivision level. So okay. So now I will be going to a lower subdivision level so I can start blocking things in. So this is lowest subdivision level. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for an image that I can use to kind of start breaking symmetry. This is a good one. You can use this one to start breaking symmetry. On this, let me see, where can I start from? Okay. So yeah, let's start with the eye. So if you notice that there's unevenness in the eye, especially on the right hand side of the eye. The right hand side of the eye, let me just mark this out. The right hand side of the eye, the upper eyelid is lower compared to the left hand side of the eye. So I want to kind of bring that upper eyelid for the right hand side even lower. I'm going to be using my move topological brush for that, as you can see. So I'm just going to push this down. Let me take down the brush size. So for the edge, I just push this down like so. Let me remove that. So if you notice now, there's a bit of an unevenness on the eye, which is fine. It's not too aggressive, but it's still there, and that is exactly what I want. Okay. Alright, okay, let's do for the nose. You can see some asymmetrical shapes on the nose. Okay, so let me just push this downwards. Push this downwards like so. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just implementing whichever asymmetrical shape I find in. I'm just implementing that on our sculpt. Let's see. Let me just carve this in without. Yeah, that seems fine. I might still need to smooth that out later on though. Let me just smooth this out. Okay. Right. Let me use. I think I'll carve this in even more. No, that's too straight. It feels like a straight line is just too straight. Let me undo that. Let me do this again properly. Let's see. Something like this should be fine. Let me do something for the other side too. Okay. So I'll fill this up. Let me just fill this up. I don't want that to be too intense. Okay. So for the eyes, let me use the H polish brush and just polish that in all the way like so. I don't want it to be bumpy as it was before, so this is fine. Okay. So just let me go to a higher resolution level so I can do that properly. Something like so. Okay. That should be fine. Alright. Let's see. Just checking this. No, I think I went off. Okay. So I want to just isolate that part of the eye that I poly grouped. So I can easily quickly zoom in here and make corrections for this. So I think on the eyelid, yes, on the lower part of the eyelid. On the lower part of the eyelid, we can still turn on symmetry for this because I didn't adjust the lower part of the eyelid for both sides. So with the edge polish, I'm just going to polish this around something like so, around here like so. Let's see. Let me do this again. Top of this like so. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. It affected both sides because I didn't make corrections for the lower part of the eyelid. So that's fine. But for the upper part of the eyelid, let's see what do we have in here. Let me just do this again once more, just to intensify it. Okay. Uh, yeah. I think this seems fine. Let me just do this for this side. I don't know. Let me smooth this back down. Okay. So I'm going to use the standard brush. Make sure this must be turned off. No, the intensity just way too much. So I'm just kind of carving out like how do I explain this? Like a more softer edge around this, something like so. Okay. So that should also affect the other parts. So now I'm turning off symmetry. So make sure to turn off symmetry here because the upper eyelid is not symmetrical because I made some adjustments in there. So I'm turning off symmetry in here. No, let me undo that. I'll do that again. Okay. So I'm going to use this polish now to kind of polish this even more. That feels out of place. But I think it should do. Because that part is not going to be too visible anyway, so but we actually you still have some thickness in there. So let me just do something similar for this also. Just polish this even more. Let me undo that. Let's see. So on the lower sub, let me do it on more lower subdivision level. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's not too obvious, but that's fine. That should be fine. That should be fine. So let's still isolate just the head again. I keep working on this. See what else can we break up in here? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Let me just get in a closer view in here with my clay builder brush. I just build some more flesh around here. Somewhere around here. Okay. Let me look for another angle to this and just fill this up, something like this. Alright. I think that is fine. Then I'll do an inverse. Let me just kind of carve this in. Just do something also for the other side, but not but it's not the same. It's not going to be the same thickness for the other side. And let me just think this is fine. Then I'll do an inverse of this. Just dig that in just to create that slope indentation in there. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. Should do just fine. Okay. So let me just work a bit more on the eyes. So with symmetry turned on, let me take this down with standard brush. Let me just dig inwards here like so. Now smooth that back down. I think that should be free. Let me just smooth this back down. Okay. Don't know if I should keep symmetry for this. Okay, let me keep symmetry. Let me first start by blocking something in there, and I'll just turn off symmetry later on to just kind of make that uneven. So I'll smooth that in. Okay. No, that feels too intense. It feels too sharp also. So let me do that with this standard brush instead. Let's see. Let me smooth this out. Okay. No, let me redo this. Let me redo this. Something like so. Yeah, somewhere should be somewhere around here. Then I'm going to fill this up. Let me fill both of them up. So I've turned off symmetry now. Let me just fill one side, and I'll fill the other side. So I'll mix up just to make them uneven. Now I'll just smooth everything back down. That should be fine. Okay. Let me just create an indentation in here. I'll smooth this down. Okay. Let me just fill this up and smooth this back down. I'll dig something in here. Something like so. Symmetry is not on at this stage. So just me working out of symmetry just to break up the surface a bit more. Okay. Just smooth this back down. Okay. Something like this should be fine. Okay. Let me just stand them standard brush and just carve something in. No, let me do that again. like so. That's fine. Alright. We are beginning to break up the, if you begin to notice now, there's some unevenness on the face. It's not looking as symmetrical as it used to be anymore. So, which is fine. That's exactly what we want. So, turning symmetry on, I want to kind of make some adjustment for the lips. Just push this down some more, like so. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That's fine. I guess. Okay. I think I'm going to make some adjustment on this. So this them standard brush. Let me carve something out like so. Let me undo that. Let me look for a better angle for this and be sure of what I'm doing. Let me just smooth out this nose part. That line I added there made this feel too stylized. So kind of eliminate that. So eliminate that. Eliminate that. Make the nose feel too stylized. It's not supposed to look that stylized. So I'm making some adjustments on the nose now, on the nose ridge now, just to widen up this nose ridge, because this is an African male, so we should have a wider nose. You have to have a wider nose. Okay. And a bit tilted to the side. So let me just push this to the side slightly. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Let's see, what else can we adjust? So let me adjust this other part of the eye. Seeing something on the upper eyelid that I need to kind of implement in ours too. I'm just finding a good angle for this. Okay. Just look for a good angle for this. So with our them standard brush, I'll just cut this in like so. Okay. And I'll smooth that back down. Then with my clay brush, I'll just fill this up and smooth this back down also. With an indentation in here. Okay, let's see. I think the upper eyelid, I might just need to bring that fold even a bit even closer to themselves. So I need to let me max them out first. Let me max it out first. Okay. Let me just mark something like so around here like so. That should be fine. Okay. And blow that out. Now begin to bring this closer with the move topological brush. Just to make it feel like a ring around that. Should be closer. Should be closer to themselves. So just carefully pushing this down. I'm also going to do this for the other side. So let me just push this down. That feels way out of place. Okay, that seems fine. Yeah, that's fine. So let me just do this for the other side also. Okay, like so. Then with the move topological brush, I'll begin to push this down even closer to themselves. I think this one is close and it's very close enough. And just bring this closer. Right. Okay. there's quite a lot of breakup on this reference image we're using, so I'm not sure we're going to be sticking with this for a while. Let's see what else can we adjust in here. Not isn't much to adjust in here anyways. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. Okay, let's see this part of the nose. Let's see if we can block, fill this up. Let me use the move topological brush and push that in. Just make that indentation around there. Let me just fill this up. Let me just fill this up. Okay. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Now just block out something on top like so. Let's move this back down. Alright, that's fine. Let me fill this up even more. Let's move this back down. That part feels a bit awkward, so I need to fix that. Feels slightly awkward, like feels too sharp. You just have to smooth that back down. And just try and fix that. Okay, that feels fine now. Alright. Okay, let's do something in here. Don't know if that is too aggressive. Let's see. Can we keep that? Okay, let me just smooth that back down. Adding some flesh in there with a clay brush. Now smooth this back down. Okay. Alright. Let me use my standard brush now. Same standard brush and carve something in. Just like the way it is in the reference. I'll do the same for the other side. No, I think let me undo that. Okay, can I keep that? Okay, let me just smooth. Let's see. Doesn't need to be too obvious though. Let's see. Can I keep this or should I redo this? So there are more or less like two layers in this. Let me carve another one like in there like so. Let me do this more gently, okay? And I'll fill that up, adding some more fleshiness to it before smoothing those back down. Okay. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Not too aggressive, but still there. Okay. Let's see, where else? Where else? Let me think. Let me just carve something in here like so. So that part doesn't feel too flat. I'll do the same thing for the left hand side too. Okay. No, let me undo that. Let me do that again. Make something like so should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's see. Let's see what else can we adjust in here. So now I'm looking at this now. This from the reference image, this part feels a bit tighter. Or how's it just too broad? Just way too broad. I need to correct that. So let me just isolate the eye. Let me just use the poly group for that to isolate the eye. Okay. So I need to isolate that. So I'm working on that part now. So I'm not gonna push this closer to themselves because ours feels way too wide. It's too wide. It should be closer to themselves. So I'll mark something like this out. Then I'll start draw this out, and I'll start by pulling the upper parts downwards a bit more. So I'm not on symmetry, so I'm out of symmetry right now. So let me invert that and push this upwards and just tighten those up. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. So I'll just kind of replicate this what I just did for the left hand side and the right hand side also. Okay, and just fix something like so. Oh, I think I was actually on symmetry when I did this, which is cool because I want you to repeat that for the other side. So now I'll just have to pick symmetry now and then just add some irregularities around this so it doesn't feel so it doesn't feel the same on both sides, so it doesn't feel symmetrical. Okay. So I think I also need to make some adjustment on this. Let me just carve this in just to make that a bit tighter. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Just creating some kind of depth in there. That should be fine. Okay. Carve something and smooth this back down. Okay. I think I'll make some indentation for this part of the nose. I need to push this inward. So let me just okay, let me first start by filling this up like so, and I'll smooth this back down. Oh, I think let me hide. Let's just isolate the head. Okay. Let me fill this up even more, and then I'll smooth that back down. Something like so. I'll smooth all of this back down. The other part feels too thin. It feels too thin, so I need to fill this up. I want to kind of make this a bit thicker. That felt too thin, so like this now. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if this is necessary though. We might not need to even do this part, but I just want to just kind of break up that surface so it doesn't feel symmetrical with the other side. You can do this if you want, or you can just leave that the way it is. That's completely up to you. But I just want to kind of break this up just a little. There really isn't much going on this part, but Just breaking the surface more, just to make it feel slightly different from the other side. Oh, I just realized that I was working on this with symmetry turned on. I was actually working on this with symmetry turned on, which was not my initial intention, so I'll need to kind of fix the other parts too. Okay, so let me just fill this up and I'll smooth all of this back down. Alright, I think we're in a good spot now, in a good place. We are actually in a good place, so with this we can carry on to the next lesson also, where we'll begin to break even the surface a bit more by adding some imperfections around the skin and some small minor wrinkles in some regions of the head. Bye for now.